Jungian emotional detachment. Our discussion hurts, but you need it. You were lied to forever. They made you think your fears were love, fear of loneliness, not being enough, not being loved, and not having someone who values you. But what if they disappeared tomorrow? Would you feel complete or crumble like a poorly built structure that only stood because of another? Love is not a knot in your stomach, a tremble in your hands when a message is unanswered, or insomnia that makes you check their last connection. This is anxiety disguised as attachment, emotional dependency, and worst of all, you confuse it with love because no one taught you to love without need. Jung called it harsh. Two personalities react chemically. Both change when they react. Not changing, only worsening. You want to imitate someone to stay. Because you fear the other won't choose you and think you're nothing without them, you're reducing, denying, and betraying yourself. The unpleasant truth. Your feelings are not love. Very addictive. Drugs make you feel something you can't give yourself and fill a void you can't face. Do you grasp attachment? You think you need someone to survive. I die without them, says my inner voice. Stay alive, admit it. Build yourself. You alter. Because bravely facing absence is your greatest teacher. Scary attachment. Love liberates. Attachment holds. Love grows you. You'll keep confusing cages with hugs unless you understand. Love will seem like possessing, holding, and securing. True love is lock-free. It needs no eternal promises. It needs no assurances. Jung understood. He understood that people project their voids onto others and seek fulfillment elsewhere. Thus, attachment is common. To close open wounds, we use someone else's skin. Emotional vampires feed on others' energy to avoid lack. A turning point occurs. Your lowest point. When you realize love doesn't save, you're sinking. Detachment begins. Avoid cold renunciation, less emotional separation, a profound self-love act. Being detached doesn't mean losing love. Loving without chains begins. Get rid of loss anxiety. Real love doesn't require sacrifice or self-destruction. Authentic love promotes growth. Grow, not shrink. To fly, not wait. Detachment is internal revolution. Instills fear. Your command ended. Without shaking, it stares at the void. Knowing you're complete alone, you may not notice. Some may still have trouble seeing. Pain is coming. Because you spent so long thinking the other was important that you forgot how to walk alone, letting go hurts like losing part of yourself. But trust me, it's possible. True freedom changes everything. The world remains the same, but you see it fully. Though detached hearts remain open. It opens unconditionally. Love fearlessly. I love you, but don't need you to be happy. Though counterintuitive, it's the greatest love act. Because you love without pressure, manipulation, or expectations. Your love is real. Jung defined individuation as self-discovery, integration, and oneness. From there, relate without losing yourself. Give freely. Love independently. Your emptiness ended. You're fixed. No longer need someone to complete you. Give what you have. It takes guts. Because attachment is satisfying, it hurts but is familiar. Being detached plunges you into the abyss. You must examine yourself. Just you and shadows. Many stop there, because they prefer prison to freedom's emptiness. What's beyond the abyss? Peace. Dependence-free peace. Absence tolerance. Self-love that shines. You understand. Letting go isn't losing, it heals, you're healing. Self-rebuilding, regaining control, who you are, your true self. Genuine love is painless, not upsetting. It doesn't manipulate. You needn't give up to keep it. If hurt, feeling small, if it bothers, not love. This is attachment. This romantic bond is an emotional prison. Want true love? Learn solitude. Accept solitude. Discover your shadows. Be strong when everything fails. Self-reflect without others. Only then can you look someone in the eyes and say, I choose you, but I do not need you. Very cruel. Not many love. They hold. They cling to others to avoid facing themselves, to avoid self-hatred, vertigo. So they live, tied, dependent, broken, mistaking love for suffering. Real intensity, dedicated dependence. Other ways exist, more challenging, still truer. Conscious detachment. path to emotional liberation, to abundant love, not lack. Look inside. Why is letting go hard? If the other leaves, do I lose part of myself? What gap do I fill? Your attachment starts there. Remove it, not mad, with care, in love. Have patience, because it's not hate. You must love yourself enough to survive alone. However painful, that is pure love, bear in mind. Love is not ownership, presence is free. Voluntary companionship, dance not chain. Without holding, forcing or controlling, love exists. Fear is it. Fear doesn't grow, destroys, let go. Farewell with dignity, lovingly let go. Knowing letting go is not losing, picking yourself. When you accept yourself and stop looking outside, the world changes. You no longer seek love, you reject crumbs. You don't need an unsupportive partner. Your other no longer consumes you. Now own yourself. The most effective action, not cold detachment. Being emotionally stable, it's awareness. Know everything arrives to leave peacefully. Genuine security is not in the other, in you. You can love fearlessly from security. Unlock without pressure. You can share without losing yourself. Because you no longer need someone to complete you. Share your fullness. The message, yes, brutal, also painful, but necessary. Calling your need love traps you. Pain awaits. Repeating bad habits destroys you. Wake up. See attachment and say, I no longer need you. Walk toward love. Love without chains. Non-demanding. It doesn't use. Liberating love. This relates. It grows. You start that love. Without another. With you. In you. Because accepting yourself makes everything else fall into place. Nothing else conflicts. So true love is possible. Think about this. What if love and identity are distorted by emotion? Because an uncomfortable truth awaits. You subconsciously meet their expectations when you attach. You stop being yourself to please others. You self-edit. That's most tragic. Not often did the other ask. Fear drove your action, because you subconsciously think they'll leave if you don't adapt. We enter Jungian territory. Shadow, your secret self, that you hide, that you ignore. But it stays. Attachment involves mask character relationships, presenting only what you think they'll like, ignoring your pain, desires, and authenticity. It connects but breaks you. Emotional dependence binds and separates. You lose focus, neglect your limits, distrust your instincts, adopt their methods. If they are, fine. Your collapse if they leave. Take on your image, an expression of another's feelings. You become that echo. What happens? Empty yourself. Chronic anxiety masquerades as love. Another's action, word, or silence tests you. Risky. Now someone else controls your emotional stability. It's dangerous. Nobody must support your inner world. Relational neurosis arrives, an actual but rarely discussed concept. In this state, romances suffer cyclically. Unknowingly, you repeat. You subconsciously remember the pattern. Jung knew, unconsidered things become destiny. Same relationship, different faces, same story. Fear-driven relationships where you lose yourself to be loved. Something darker exists. Idealization. Elevating others distorts. The real person is hidden. Your projection appears. Raising them shrinks you. Here, everything breaks. Love needs equality. Reducing yourself makes the relationship emotional servitude. Where to leave? Moving in, away from comfort. Ignored solitude corner. If you cannot be alone, you will always seek others. And worst, you will insist, demand, control, and insecurity. Instead of being bad, you're hurt and using love to fix your emotions. Jung advised integrating our feminine and masculine energies, anima and animus. If not integrated, we look outside for what we lack. Searching leads to attachment. The miracle happens when you do the inner work and see yourself as complete without needing others. Want, not need. By choice, not dread. Knowing, not lacking. Love changes. Expanding replaces urgent. Stop wanting others to save you. Want a walking partner. Your demands ended. You advise. Stop keeping. You give. No more hunger love. Your love is abundant. Cross a desert to get there. desert of apathy, a mirror-filled, lonely, dry place. Face yourself, nobody to blame. You must admit this is not love brutally. This is loneliness anxiety. Though painful, that phrase begins your freedom. Not unseeable. Mediocre relationships are unacceptable. You must distinguish intensity from love. Stop giving up your peace for someone who doesn't see you. Awoke. That means losing and regaining people. The process becomes sacred. Detachment heals, not chills, not indifference. You honor yourself, not giving up. A choice. Love you, but not at my expense. Even if it hurts, maturity means letting go of what doesn't serve you, negotiating a tension. You experience something terrible. As you feel differently, you attract different bonds. Companions, not completers. They pick you, not need you. Who empower, not absorb. You no longer vibrate from lack, but integrity. Last but not least, the most chaotic and beautiful. Many leave. Many won't value your freedom. Due to their oxygen dependence, many will refuse to let go. When they see you breathe alone, they feel useless. But that's not your problem. You owe yourself. True transformation ensues. Become love instead of begging. Stop looking for someone to hug to feel better, since you accepted yourself. Silence as a temple, not an enemy. When you realize your value comes from how you see yourself alone, there will be relapses. We're human. In loneliness, fear persists. Always choosing peace over the company that breaks you rewrites history. It's powerful. Love is that. That's freedom. Want true love? Stop requesting completion. Fulfill yourself. From there, share. True love requires wings, not chains. Peaceful wings to fly together or apart. Genuine love accompanies, not ties. That matters at last. Some part of you knows you've arrived, because an internal voice screams from the depths, possibly ignored for years. Enough. No love. It breaks me. Excuses, empty promises, maybe they'll change or it's not that bad, won't silence that voice. We deepen. Return to start. No emotional attachment begins in the current relationship. Not their fault. The start was early. The start was childhood. The first time someone, perhaps unintentionally, taught you to give to be loved. Do well. Be calm. Be useful. Be perfect. Become invisible. Adapt. Don't bother. Not much crying. Do not rage. Stay away. So you learned love has conditions, had to earn it. That started everything. A child who never felt enough struggles for love as an adult. The real wound. Who breaks you? Not them. Repetition of the script you learned before naming emotions. Jung called it the wounded inner child. Non-cheesy metaphor. Psychic reality. Inside lives your child. If ignored, he takes over. He makes you act from pain, not awareness. He forces you to cling, beg, and endure the intolerable to avoid abandonment. But more, because not healing is another fatal mistake. Love potential, not reality. You see others' potential, not their state. You clutch the future image as salvation. As they mature, they realize and stop. Broken promises hold you hostage. Mental relationships trap you. Your delay. Postponed dreams. Your honor is delayed. Continue, you tell yourself. But a little becomes years. When you wake up, you realize you spent your best time in a fictional relationship. Attachment's cruelest part. It steals the present for an unattainable future. But we continue, because attachment has another hidden side. Creates drama addiction. You read correctly. Some feel calm and empty. After riding the emotional roller coaster, healthy love bores them. Intensity measures love. Without jealousy, arguments, breakups, or tearful reconciliations, they miss it. The trap is cruel. Emotional chaos is adrenaline. All adrenaline hooks. Nothing builds. Wears out. Do you sometimes reject good lovers? You don't have to break yourself to get it. Gives freely. Why? Your emotions are used to pain. Because receiving requires suffering. You don't know what to do without fighting. Also, attachment. Attachment to pain. Familiarity. Destruction that feels familiar. Breaking the cycle? Begin with awareness. Stop justifying hurt. Stop romanticizing your smallness. Jealousy isn't love. Pain does not indicate relationship intensity. No, loving shouldn't harm mental health. Second, abandon outside solutions. Stop expecting them to change, value you, or see what they have. Check yourself. You neglect self-love. A forgotten but vital idea, self-affirmation. Being honest about my feelings, needs, and intolerances, keeping it despite losing the other. Because losing a non-lover is good. Only when alone do you realize it, until your value comes from within, not outside. For something more existential, could love be a result, not a goal? If you need internal integration, not a partner. Aligned with yourself, outside influences no longer unbalance you. Not to complete, but to enhance. It hurts, but does not destroy you if it goes. You are whole, so it does not break you. Jung called the self your unaffected, deepest identity. Living from that center requires no validation or support. Be your own anchor. From there, relationships will be freer, cleaner, and truer. Because two whole beings meet, not emptiness. Though pleasant, the path is difficult. You will cry, want to go back, and miss what hurts because your mind craves the known, even if it breaks you. Every time you choose peace over drama and accept emptiness, you free yourself. Rewriting your emotions. Write from the scar instead of the wound. This is worst. Understand that not everyone you love will return your love. Look someone in the eye and realize it's not their or your fault. It's not. Unsuitable fit. Lacks flow. Quitting isn't failing. This matures. When you love yourself, you know when to stop, close the door, and let go. True detachment. Pure love that leaves when staying means losing oneself, not resignation, coldness, or indifference. When you arrive, you release something permanent. You realize your greatest love story is alone, with your process, growth, and freedom. From there, everything changes. After walking this labyrinth with you, I want to take you to the end. Not to close, but to open your eyes like never before. No one has told you this harshly. Your soulmate is non-human. It never was. Your life love is your consciousness, evolution, and path. You are your own love when you stop betraying yourself. What no longer makes sense, holds you back, and prevents you from blossoming is often removed through loss. Of course it hurts. Separation hurts. It hurts to be alone. It hurts to lose the person who filled your mind and body. What if pain was necessary? How about fever before healing? Detachment burns. Brutal clarity follows. Clear eyes, quiet soul, free-breathing heart. Very few understand this. Emptiness is not loneliness. State of solitude. Feeling empty hurts. Solitude is no longer punishment after that wound heals. You can finally hear yourself without distraction in this temple, refuge and sacred place. An almost mystical event follows. Stop pleading for love. No more chasing, because you value your peace more than anyone else. Losing yourself for anyone is pointless. You weren't born to beg. You came to innovate and succeed. Nice to walk with someone, if not, continue. From awareness, not pride. Remember this. Love doesn't bind, it eases release. The intense connection that makes you feel alive and dead is not love. Truthful love is quiet, who doesn't need absurd sacrifices, not forced to choose. Genuine love is painless. Attachment, fantasy, and resistance hurt. Now that you know, what will you do? Will you depend? Risk crossing the bridge to you? Since the path begins there. When you cultivate love instead of asking for it, if even one sentence has pierced you like an invisible knife, I have a suggestion. Write this self-commitment in the comments. I choose peace over fear. Write it, not me. For you, not to forget. Remember this decision when you're weak. Subscribe. This channel will break you. Help rebuild. You come to wake up, not relax. Stay for more uncomfortable truths, brutal psychology, and life-changing revelations. Letting go without goodbye. No. The goodbye is a warning. Your love will change. Changes in your relationship. Now you know. Now you see. After learning the truth, you can't return. Next video, we meet where it counts. In you.